Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Carson Rouse, and welcome back to Business Buzz, where we focus on business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Today, I'm going to be talking about the best and most creative ways that you can start saving more money. Saving money is something that we all strive to do, but the fact is that most of us don't take it seriously. In fact, 69% of Americans save 10% or less of their income, and 1 in every 5 Americans don't save a single penny. These are very concerning statistics. But whether you're saving for a short-term goal, whether that be vacation or a car, or you're saving for something like retirement, there are all sorts of tips, tricks, and resources to make the process way more easy and fun. The key with all these ways of saving money are to stick to them and to never cut into your savings. Before you even begin saving money, you should build up a $500 to $1,000 minimum emergency fund. So if a financial emergency does come about, you can take from that money instead of taking from your savings. But before we get into the video, I want at least 22 likes on this video. So if it doesn't have 22 likes, make sure it gets there. Number 1. 52-week dice game. This is a very fun and unique way of saving money. Extremely fun, random, but I couldn't find the original creator of this game, so I can't credit anyone, but whoever came up with it is a fantastic mind. The basic idea is that every week you roll 2 dice, and whatever that number shows corresponds to an amount of money that you're going to save that week. You can change these numbers too depending on your income and your exact budget, but for the most part you can follow the ones that were created online. For example, if you roll a 5 and a 4 on 2 dice, that adds up to 9, and on this illustration here you can see that that would equal $35, so you would have to save $35 that week. And again, for you high rollers out there, you can change these numbers around and make it way more. So if you're making tons of money, you can change that from $35 to $350. But then the next week, you could roll 2 dice and only have to spend $10 on your savings. It just makes the whole process of saving money fun and like a game, and it makes it very enjoyable. If you do this game for a whole year, on average, you'll have around $1,000 or more saved up. But depending on your rolls, you could have as little as $52 saved up and as much money as $2,600. Now, ideally, you're going to be wanting to save more money than just this, but if you really hate saving, doing this little dice game is better than nothing. And if you're already saving a good amount of money, this could just add on to it as an extra fun mini game of saving money. Number 2, Acorns. Acorns is an app that allows you to save money without even realizing that you're doing so. It happens so gradually that it doesn't even feel like you're losing any money. Basically, they pioneered what is called dollar roundup. So whenever you purchase something with your debit or credit card, it'll round up your purchase to the nearest dollar and invest the spare change. So if you go to the convenience store and buy your nightly cup of diabetes for $1.50, like myself, it'll invest the remaining 50 cents into an investment portfolio, and it all happens very seamlessly. They diversify your investments into different funds, stocks, and bonds, and they allow you to choose your risk anywhere from very conservative to very aggressive. I've been on the app for less than 3 months and I already have $126 invested. And again, it doesn't even feel like your money is being saved here because it's building up in such small increments, and it just feels like a portion of the purchase. So you're going to build up money over the long term, but it doesn't even feel like you're doing it. So it's perfect for those of you who hate saving money. It also makes bad habit purchases way less bad, in my opinion. Because let's say every morning you buy a cup of coffee for $2.25, well, every day 75 cents of that purchase is going to be invested into Acorns. If you want to get started with Acorns, be sure to use my link in the description of this video to get a free $5 starting out. Number 3, ditch the $5 bill. It's probably the most random way of saving money I have ever heard of in my entire life, but it's also the most simple and honestly genius. A college professor by the name of Marie Franklin was able to save up $40,000 in just 13 years using this simple trick. Every time that Dr. Franklin found a $5 bill, whether she was getting it back in change, found it on the ground, got it as a gift or a payment, every time she got her hands on a Lincoln, she would put it into a separate pocket of her wallet and save it. She would never use $5 bills. I don't know if she had something against Abraham Lincoln, but every single time she came across a $5 bill, she vowed never to spend it and stashed them away. She just collected these things. She initially started doing this because both of her kids were going through college and she thought that this could help her save up a few extra dollars in cash. So eventually it kind of did a little better than she expected. $40,000 in just 13 years. Now sadly, for those of you who are creators on Fiverr.com, I pity you because every single dollar that you make will have to be saved. I'm just joking around. The great thing about this strategy is that it requires no difficult account setups. It requires no insane detailed budget. All it requires is you getting your grubby little hands all over some $5 Lincolns. Now sadly, now in 2020, you're probably not going to build up 40 grand in 13 years just because the society doesn't really use cash as much anymore. However, if you do pay in cash a lot, or even if you don't, you'd probably still be surprised about how much money you can save up just in $5 bills. Number 4, no spend days. The best way to save money is to spend less, right? Well, that's exactly what people who support no spend days would argue. A no spend day is exactly how it sounds. This is a day that you can set aside where you spend absolutely no money throughout the day. Now, of course, you'll need to eat, so a grocery budget or any essential bills don't really apply here, but you're obviously not allowed to go out to a restaurant and eat because that's so unnecessary. You basically can't make any unnecessary purchases on that day. You guys, I don't care if you see starving children on the street saving up money for their Girl Scout cookies, all right? You are not allowed to donate on a no spend day. For example, you could set aside the 10th of every month, for example, and on the 10th of every month, you do a no spend day. Or if you want to be more hardcore, you could go twice a week without spending any money. I mean, these days are going to be difficult, though. You're definitely going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to pack your lunch at work, and you can't even use a little vending machine. In fact, some people go as far as canceling their subscriptions on no spend days only to reopen them the next day. In fact, a blogger by the name of David was able to save up an extra $18,432 in just 6 months doing no spend days at least once a week. That's pretty dedicated. Now, David at first said that it was depressing initially to not spend money on things like his morning coffee runs and stuff like that, but he said that over time, his happiness became less reliant on spending money, and overall, it was better for both his mental health and his bank account. He made saving money a personal competitive journey, as we all should. Please comment down below how much money you save every month, and more importantly than that, what are your future monthly savings goals and how do you plan on doing so? Anyway, please go down, give the video a like, subscribe to this channel. We are getting close to 2,000 subs, so be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.